to our next episode.
Yay.
We're so excited. This one,
this one is, I already want to cry.
I know, I get like butterflies, but
I'm nervous. It's not even me, and I'm so nervous. Literally out of nowhere, he said action, and I said, okay.
I know. This is the shock factor.
Of life,
and a little bit about, our name. We've gone through like who we are. So maybe you guys have gotten to know us, but when we said we wanted Two Eyes Open, we've thought of that name actually for a while. But I remember I was at your house. Gustavo was actually making us food. He was like trying some random recipe and was like, do you want it? And you were like, ew, no, I don't want to. And I was like, ooh, that looks kind of good. I'll try it. And so I was eating it and I was like, I don't know. We were going through like, what's the meaning? How are we going to like share that with everyone?
Yeah, because we were planning our filming. And so we were sitting down for our first 4 episodes. What are we going to talk about? Our introduction, what our name means to us, and like really talking to each other. Actually, it was kind of like deep, like, okay, we're going to be in the internet. This is important to us. In what open meant and how we look at life a certain way. And we talked about it in the introduction episode, or the first one, how we truly adapt to what life throws our way, God throws our way, and things like that.
Yeah.
So this is all sitting down at my house.
Yeah.
We're talking this down. We're writing it down in our journal.
In our little journal.
Notes, things like that. Gustavo's doing the food. I'm like, no, I'm not eating that. And you're eating, and then you leave.
Well, no, but before that, I was like, I'm open to what life brings our way.
True.
I said I have all this peace.
Yes. You're like, I'm so content with life. I have all these peace. And I remember I was jokingly saying, I'm content with God sending like $1 million my way.
Yes.
Like I'm open.
We're open. And I was like, I'm just open to whatever life happens. So that was the day before the shock factor.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then the next day, literally, I find out I'm pregnant. And I'm like,
you just
said it. I'm like, I'm pregnant. Now, for most people
she's pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
With baby number 3.
Baby number 3. Baby number 3. And what is shocking about it is that so many things. One, my first is 11. My second is 8. And so like, if you think about it from an age gap perspective, that's probably not planned. But then the biggest thing is that my husband has a vasectomy. So you're looking at 0.04%.
Yeah, let's talk science here. I just want to break it down. This is why I said, this is our podcast, baby.
Yeah.
0.04%.
Yeah.
Chance.
Yeah.
Probability of ever getting pregnant through a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Mind you, and this is not even my husband, I know that the guy has had the vasectomy for 7 years because I know he got it because I've been trying to get Gustavo to get it.
Yeah.
I know he got it whenever Gavin was like, 1 or something? I don't even remember.
Gavin was like, maybe like 8 or 9 months or something around there.
Okay, so imagine, they were like, no more kids.
No more kids. We're done. Like, if you think about it, we have a girl, we have a boy. We're done.
Yeah, so you only want, and also you like think about it, you're like, 2 and done,
2 and done. And the funny part is, I'm the 3rd child, and I didn't even think or ever plan to have a 3rd child. I was like, we have our 2. My husband is an only child. I'm one of 3. So we thought, let's meet in the middle. We'll do 2. And like, so we've been a family of 4 this whole time. Never thought anything of it. But so the shock factor is there. But let's talk about like how I found out, like what happened.
I'm going to share this part because I remember sharing in one of our past episodes, like there's certain things that you tell me that don't surprise me.
Yeah.
That I see it in your life path, but they're still shocking.
Yeah.
And one thing that I've also said in past episodes, like for example, when we talked about being mothers, Brittany's always had her life planned. Aubrey happened, and you had your plan of going to New York and having all this things, and then la vida te regala un bebé.
Yeah.
Well, this is whenever Brittany tells me, and the way she tells me is I'm about to speak about it. It's the funniest thing in the freaking world. So the next day,
I didn't bring like a box of chocolates and roses and be like,
espérate. Un balde de agua fría. I'm working. I get a text. I'm pregnant. I don't need a call. I don't need a text. Y yo, te lo juro. Y yo, así mismo como leí, like, I'm pregnant. I don't need
a call or a text.
I put my phone down. It's like, wait, I'm going to give her a minute. And then I pick up the phone. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I know you need a call. You don't need a, I know it. I understand. But actually, I see this in your life. Y ya, o sea, within like 5 seconds, yo lo primero que te dije, ay, ahora el baby shower. Esto lo otro.
She was like planning everything. But I think it's so funny because obviously we talk so much that we have a podcast. Let's be for real. We talk so much that we have a podcast.
We have to cut episodes short. I mean, we cut Egypt like, okay, ya no podemos.
We can't. We cut it short. So the fact that I was like, I don't need a call or a text, I'm pregnant, was like, to me, I'm like, man, we just leveled up in our friendship. The fact that I'm like, we're not even gonna
the fact that yeah.
Let's skip the romantics.
8 in the morning. She was at my house the day before. So I was like, and mind you, I was like, I know we both have 2 kids. I know. I mean, we have God, and I know we're gonna do this. We have a lot. We have sat down for a couple of years, and we've talked about what we want to do, and we don't only want to do our podcast, and we have all these things that we want to do to build our life and all these things. So I know all of us racing through your head.
Yeah.
And when you are already a parent, you know the responsibility that comes with it and all those things, but also the fact that it's a vasectomy baby.
I know. So then with that being said, let's just squash the elephant that's in the room, okay? Because
I know, espérate.
We have to, I don't care. We're going to say it because.
No, suelta la sopa, suéltalo porque mi mamá, Gustavo, todo, hasta mismo Kevin was like.
Okay, right. So vasectomy baby. You don't get checked because you're like, it just is a routine. It's just what it is. Like I asked, why didn't you get checked? But there was a slight moment where I was like, do I need to file a police report? Like, did something happen to me? Like, did something happen? I know people are probably thinking like, oh, she cheated. It's one of those babies that came out of there. Like,
no, you know what's so funny?
I was like, I have to file a police report.
No, Gustavo was like, is it Kevin's? And I was like, mira, let me just tell you, because men are.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you something. If Brittany was cheating, I would know.
I know. I was like, if anybody would know, you would know.
I would know.
You would know.
And I can tell you, our life is pretty boring. No, we're not.
No, we're not. And so,
because if you're cheating, I'm cheating too. I'm like, no, like I'm cheating on Kevin because I know about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, that is not even an option. And you know me, and us were like, it's God's gift. This is the chosen baby.
Yeah. And so we're obsessed with the show Chosen too. If you don't know, now you know.
I was like, the chosen baby.
I asked you, I was like, do you think this is like an immaculate baby? And you were like, what did you say? You were like, I love you. You're my best friend, but God wouldn't pick you. I was like, ouch, so rude, but it's fine.
Actually, wait. At the end of this episode, I'm going to give her something that's going to remind her about what she just said.
That's so funny.
Yes.
Yeah. No. So I was like, okay, so it's not immaculate. I don't need to. Oh, I was like, okay, I told Kevin, because I'm like the level-headed one sometimes. Most of the time it's him, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to go to my OB, which I haven't seen. And this is really bad. I hadn't seen since I had Gavin. And I was like, I need to go see how far along I am, because I've never been someone that had like a consistent period or ever. I wasn't someone that tracked it. I wasn't someone that tracked my ovulation.
To track it though, so I feel why.
Yeah. So I didn't know. I know from our text messages. I had to search in our text messages. My sister searched in our text messages like, this is the last time you had your period was.
Yeah, because we're always like, I'm on it. I'm so moody. Like,
yes. Yeah. And we're like, we talk about it, right? Like most women, you guys like share when you're on your period, right?
Yeah.
So, which men probably think is weird, but like it's normal for
Gustavo has gotten to learn about periods now.
Yeah.
If the men that are married know about period, because they know that that's 2 weeks a month. Your wife does not like it.
You are stepping on eggshells. They know.
They know. If you're married, they know.
And they're like, oh, it's mid-month again. Oh, it's the beginning of the month again. But no, so like we had to search my text messages. It's not something that I track. So I told Kevin, I need to go to the OB. I need to see how far along I am so I can backtrack, because I'm still thinking police report. We watched too many shows.
Yes.
I was like, I was drugged.
Something
happened.
She was like, Nathaly, you know what? Because we went to Fredericksburg for a girls trip. Yeah. She's like, yeah, you know what? I did go to a dance convention with Aubrey, but I roomed with another mom. And then it's like, but what if somebody drugged me when we were sleeping? And then I literally, she genuinely thought this happened. And I was like, again, I love you, pero tampoco.
No, but the probability is probably higher than 0.04%. Hello.
I want to see. So she thought it was easier. She thought it was, probably
easier,
got, like,
probably, right?
Roofied.
Like a roofied at a dance convention while I was staying with another mom. That happened.
Me pasó.
Or I also thought maybe I got pregnant from a toilet seat.
Oh, stop. Yo también, porque tú sabes que yo he visto eso.
I know.
Yo he visto eso.
I was like, I'll be the one person in a billion.
And I would
went to a public restroom, and the one time I sit down on the public toilet is the one time I got pregnant.
And you want to know the truth? I would probably believe it.
I know.
If you told me, I'm like, yeah, eso le pasaría. Brittany, yeah, like there's certain things that happen to me that she's like,
Oh,
yeah, it's a Nathaly thing that's
thing.
gonna happen to her, and there's certain things that happen to you.
And so, but I told Kevin, I was like, but you need to go to your doctor and go get checked. Okay, so thankfully,
Ay, Dios mío.
he came back.
It's his.
No police report, not an immaculate baby, not a toilet seat baby. It's his because in bold,
What was the red flags?
I know, red flags in bold red letters, sperm detected or semen detected, whatever. And I'm like, oh, thank God. And so, he sends it to his friends too, which hello, whatever. He sends it to his friends and they're like, oh, okay, yeah. And then we're like sending it to each other like, oh, okay, yeah. We all thought like the worst. So just wanted to squash the elephant in the room.
It's so funny that you say that because, Gustavo, I told Gustavo, I was in the office. Gustavo, mira, ven aquí. Look at because you screenshot it too. Look at Kevin's vasectomy results. He has sperm. And he was like, oh, ahora sí están jodidos. O sea, sí van a tener el bebé. I'm like, niño, she's pregnant.
She's pregnant no matter what.
I think everybody was still thinking like, is this a thing?
Yeah. Well,
can people really get pregnant at vasectomies?
I even thought maybe it's not a viable pregnancy. Like, how sometimes like your body thinks you're pregnant, but you're not pregnant or whatever. So I was worried about that too. Like, what if this isn't real? I need to go to the doctor, really get checked.
Correct.
Like, see, everything's okay. Everything's normal. So I kind of waited. We waited a little bit longer than normal.
We postponed our first filming.
We postponed the first filming because I was sick. I was throwing up. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I guess we should talk about like how I found out I was pregnant.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
pretty interesting.
Very interesting. So I was at a different dance convention with my daughter, and another mom had food poisoning. So she was throwing up, and then I had a beet juice in the morning, and I just projectile vomited everywhere. And so ChatGPT, who's my physician and my primary care doctor, told me that it was the nitrates in the beet juice that made me throw up. And my body wasn't used to these nitrates and all this holistic thing. So I was like, oh, it has to be the beet juice. I just laid naked in the hotel room. The other mom was like, don't worry, I'll be back. And then another mom was throwing up. So I thought food poisoning.
Oh, you got food poisoning. And so you're having the chills and you're having all these things.
All these things. And I never got morning sickness with my first two. So it never crossed my mind of this, right? Well, this, food poisoning lasted a week. And I'm like, okay. So I text that mom and I was like, are you still nauseous? And she's like, no. Are you pregnant? And I was like, never. Thinking never.
I'm just going to sip on my water.
Yeah.
It should be a little vodka, pero bueno.
Add it to the list of never say never, right? And yeah, so then I'm like, okay, that's weird. I go work out with my sister in the morning at Hot Works.
Yes. And
usually I'm the one that can go full blown for 3-4 classes and
130 degree Fahrenheit. This is a sauna class. If you don't guys,
I'm the one that I can do it for an hour, right? 2 minutes in, I can't. I get off and I lay on the floor and I'm like, I'm dying. Something's wrong. My physician, ChatGPT, said I have high blood pressure or I'm diabetic or thyroid.
ChatGPT, you were sexually active.
I know.
Oh, ChatGPT, by the way, include in there that I'm sexually active and married.
Well, then ChatGPT told me to take a pregnancy test. And I'm like, no, there's no way.
Te lo juro, en serio?
Yes, told me to take a pregnancy test. And I said, no way, chat. Get for real. Be for real.
You don't know me that well, ChatGPT.
You don't know me, but maybe I have high blood pressure or I'm diabetic or my thyroid.
You were thinking it was thyroid issues.
Yeah. And any professional medical people, I'm so sorry for my ignorance. But I'm like... disclaimer.
ChatGPT is cheaper, no copay.
But
what can I say?
I just was like, okay, this is it. So then I'm driving home and I'm like, I'm going to have to tell Kevin it's blood pressure, thyroid, or I'm diabetic. So I tell him I'm dying.
Get me life insurance.
Nothing is going well. I can't even get out of the car. I'm like all these sweats. And I was like, but ChatGPT said to go take a pregnancy test. We literally look at each other and laugh. We're like, yeah, right. I go to HEB and HEB is our grocery store. The smells, I see threw up right there in HEB, just and I was like, so I go grab a pregnancy test. I come home and then the restroom that's right underneath our stairs next to his office, I just pee with the door open.
You literally didn't even go. You didn't even walk
go
further.
All the way to my house. I just walked right there. I peed on the stick, immediately pregnant. You know how you have to wait?
Yeah.
Immediately pregnant. And I said, Kevin. He comes, he looks,
mío.
and he goes, go buy more.
Ay, Dios mío.
We didn't say a word to each other. Not a word. This is like,
is this when you text me, don't call me, don't nothing, I'm pregnant?
Yes. That was the headspace I was in. So I go back to HB thinking I'm going to throw up again. I buy 3 more. I come home. Silence. Still in our house. Silence. Okay. Shock factor, all the things. I pee on all 3 immediately. Pregnant. And I'm like,
Ay, Dios mío.
I'm pregnant. And so I get Kevin. We look at each other and there's a moment of like shock. Just like, what? And then we both cry, of course. And then we're like, we're so happy. We're so excited. You're gonna make me cry. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're so happy. We're so excited because I think that we were like saying to ourselves, like, you always want to find the positive. And so we're like, oh my gosh, we're going to be such young parents when ours are older and like they're in college and we're going to be still in our 40s and living life. But then we were like, oh my gosh, now we get to like do it again.
Yeah. And then also get to do it slower.
Yeah.
Because whenever you are younger, because you're also trying to get your career, he's trying to get his career, you're trying to get a house, trying to get those things. Like you do it really, really, really fast. And then like right now we are very nostalgic.
Yeah.
Because you see, Aubrey's the first kid in our group of friends.
Yeah.
You see her becoming like a preteen and you're like, in what moment?
Yeah.
And then it flashed before you. So I think like having this baby. Now that, in your 30s, you get to do it slower because
I know
you're already settled in a way of like, you guys have the house. You guys have, the kids are in school. So it's just,
we have our jobs
different.
figured out.
Like you have yourselves figured out. Do you remember you had your kids in your 20s? You're still trying to figure out your own self.
Yeah.
So I see why this was like a thing. And I even told her, I was like, this is the baby that you get to like, not that she didn't enjoy her other kids, but you do, or you're so busy.
Yeah.
This is the baby you get to, like nourish. And you're older and you appreciate time more. Like we always talk about time's flying. How is it this month? How is it this month? And we're always complaining that time's flying.
Yeah.
And so now you know to take it slower sometimes.
I do think I get to like enjoy it more because, with the first 2, I traveled so much with work.
Yes.
Especially with my first, I was like traveling all the time and I was so young that my mom, like thankfully, would come, she'd pick her up all the way from the Galleria area, then go back home, then drop her back off. But my mom like practically half raised Aubrey, our first. And so there are moments, and thankfully we have like photos and videos that I have forgotten. Just because I was like
so busy.
Go.
And I think you're also like, and hence to why, you were always very work driven because you had your goal. Yeah. And then that has changed in you, remember?
It has changed for sure.
So now the things you don't remember now, like your priorities just change.
Totally. I felt like, and we talked about it a little bit, the other one, but I feel like because I had my first so young, I didn't want to be like that statistic that like, you have a kid and now you can't have a career, or like you have a kid and so you're not going to finish college.
I wanted to prove everybody, including your own self, wrong.
Yeah.
Meaning like I will be a successful corporate woman. Yeah. I will have a marriage and I will have my kids.
Yeah.
Or my daughter, your daughter at that time, because Gavin wasn't around yet. And it's all going to freaking work out. And so you were like a horse with blinders on.
Just like tunnel vision.
You know, television, and then you also wanted to give, you wanted to be
and provide, like you want to be able to.
You also wanted to give Aubrey like her dance, her house, her room, her things. Yeah. So you work, which is our life here in this country. Yeah. To be fair and to be real, it's always about work. And so as you get older, like now, like I said, you're already like, you know what, this is something. So I think it's a bunch of emotions.
It's so many.
You get to relive it.
I get to relive it.
And it's shocking.
And enjoy it. And like, it's just so funny because, and I know this sounds so cliche, but like what you see on paper doesn't always make sense,
Yeah. No, I know. I know. No, don't cry. No, don't cry because we're going to cry at the end. Por favor, we can't cry for like 30 minutes.
Like, save your tears for another day. Save your tears.
Yeah. Save your tears for the last 5 minutes.
For later.
For the last 5 minutes of this episode.
Yeah.
But
I know. So it's so funny. So
I did also cry and get watery eyed whenever you told me you were pregnant, just because I don't know. I just think it's like I don't know. I think babies are a blessing. And I was I was so also excited. It was almost like Emma was going to be the last one of the group.
I know.
When Emma's, ay, gracias, Cristian. Sí, Emma, la tienes que traer porque va a llorar ahorita más todavía.
Yeah.
You know, whenever we had Emma's baptism.
I know.
And actually, oh my gosh, this is how I found the studio.
No, it's so funny. Oh, wow.
And then they were taking pictures of us at the church.
Yeah.
So, sorry. So her sister, your sister is Emma's godmother. She's JJ's. And we had a picture of us three.
I know.
And all of our kids.
I know.
Emma was a quote unquote going to be the last baby.
I know.
She was the last baby until God decided otherwise.
I know.
And so whenever that's the moment, now I'm going to cry. Qué dramática. Now it's the moment. That was the moment that came up to me. I was like, I even told you, when her baptism comes around, we need to redo the picture.
I know, we have to,
because now it's a new baby in the group.
Yeah.
And so I always thought that was like kind of like an the end,
the capstone. Yeah.
Yeah, the end. This is us with our kids. Yeah, no, it was just us three. Like our husbands were just in the back of the you know. I was like, I want a picture of my two best friends here, like the two godmothers and their kids.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be here, you know, forever.
Yeah.
And so that's the first thing that came to me.
That's
and then,
so cute.
To be honest, I was like, you know me, I'm a planner. Immediately, I was like, the baptism and what church? Yeah, espérate. And then the baby shower. Wait, are we doing a joint baby shower? She literally said, Nathaly, put my whole name. Normally, she doesn't write my whole name. Nathaly, I cannot with you.
I cannot. I'm like, I need to see if this is like a viable pregnancy.
She's not even gone to the doctor, and I was already like, a baby shower. I think you're about this many weeks. It should be around October. You don't want it to be too hot. You don't want to be too big. You don't want to be too small. You want to be just right. And like, oh, and these places, this is like your mood. This is your theme. And I'm like, Nathaly. I literally started love bombing. No, let's make up a thing. What is it like? Venue bombing. I was like, this restaurant, we can rent out the room. And when we rented out, it was baby bomb. We can rent out the room. I was like, oh, you know what? What about the room? Oh, wait, because you already know the sex.
I do. Oh yeah. So
I was to say, what about the room? And I was about to like spill the beans, and it's for you to say.
Well, okay. So this is also super funny. So why we're wearing pink is because I'm having a girl. So we're having a girl. She's like, we are. Kick Kevin out. We are having a girl.
Okay, but before this, I was texting Gustavo. Oh, we're about to film our episode about me and Brittany announcing our pregnancy. I was like, espérate, that's not my baby, and I'm not even. No, Brittany's announcing her pregnancy.
It's fine. It's
our babies, whatever.
But yes, we're having
I'll call
a girl.
it our podcast baby because it's like a sign.
It is our podcast baby, and
it's a sign because we talked about it the day before how open and what life throws at you, and we're like, no, God is so good. We believe in His path, and I know we talk about we have spiritual and we have a lot of faith, and we always say, you know, it's God, and I was like, this is a sign.
No, it's a sign because, you know, we were like, the funny thing is now we joke about 0.04%
all the time.
So we're like, okay, if 0.04% can happen, then what about this? Like, what about this dream? What about this goal?
And we have big dreams coming up.
We have big dreams. We have big goals. Like the podcast is, and we've said it, isn't just like, this is for fun. Us to kick off, have fun and all the things.
But the beginning to
hopefully something
an empire.
Super, amazing.
So like, I don't know.
An empire. But it was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Didn't plan it. Life is happening.
But I did say this.
Yeah. What?
Before she even knew the sex, I said, I know it's a girl. Only a woman would decide to show up.
Yeah.
On her terms, on her time, against your will, porque quiere y puede. I said, Brittany, le dije, I will bet $1 million it's a girl. I don't even care if you go to the doctor and if they tell you it's a boy, you're going to have a surprise when the baby's born. It's a girl. Lo sabía, porque solamente only a woman can be 0.04. Because we're that stubborn.
I know.
Think about it. We're so freaking stubborn.
And I don't disagree with you because literally everyone guessed girl except for my son.
Ay, Gavin, tan bello, pobrecito. He could stay with his god brother, JJ.
I know.
JJ's also wanted a boy.
He's the only boy. But everyone. Kevin knew, I knew, my daughter knew, my parents knew, everybody knew it was a girl.
My mom was like, esa es una niña.
It has to be. Like,
solamente nosotros somos así.
It's facts. And I was like, okay. But Gavin cried when we did and I shared the video and I shared the photos. But like when we found out it was a girl, he just like got off the camera and went upstairs and cried. And then we had to tell him you're going to be like the protector, you know, all the things.
Sweet girl.
He didn't believe it. He didn't care. He didn't want.
He's too smart, por
he's
favor.
like, yeah,
he's
like,
too
no.
smart.
He's like, whatever. I don't want to protect anything. We're like, but no one will take your toys. He's like, okay, that I can do.
Oh, that's true.
No one will want my things. That I can do. So now he's okay and he's happy and he like kisses the belly and all
Ay,
the
tan
things.
bello.
But
No,
we knew.
I knew it was a girl, and then it came. Let's talk about her name because I'm gonna give you your gift.
Yes.
It's not the end of the episode. I don't know, but I'm gonna give you. But not because.
But also, I want you to tell people when you were like 0.04% energy. What does that mean in this child? Like you're like, if she comes out and she's just like super passive and like you're like, no, I don't want that.
No.
What did you say?
No, what did I say? I don't even remember. I'm crazy. I say the randomest things.
You do say random things. I injected as like core memory. But so Nathaly was like, okay, I know it's a girl. You don't even have to get tested. I know it's a girl. We all know it's a girl. But if she comes out and she's lame and she's passive, she's like, I'm going to snap her out of it because she needs to tell people I'm 0.04%.
Sí. Mira, when this girl comes out and she goes to school and somebody tries to like tell her something or she's a 20-year-old red flags dating, she needs to tell the guy, hello, and I'm going to do my Cuban accent. Mijito, I am 0.04%. ¿Quién eres tú? Por favor. You were like a 99% chance. Okay? Yo soy 0.04. Así que mira, como dice Emma, chuchu. And Brittany was just laughing the whole time.
She's like, I'm 0.04. And you were like, you were planned. And I? You were like, I'm 0.04. You were planned. You were just boring. And like all the things I was dying.
This baby's going to be like, you're boring.
You're boring.
I'm 0.04%. Who are you? Your parents actually planned you. I was sent by the gift of God. 0.04.
I was like, well,
one thing about me is I will make a situation positive.
You'll make it positive. You'll give her a lot of self-esteem boost
for sure. Leave her with me one day. She comes back and she'll be like, you peasant. She'll be like, Aubrey, Kevin, you peasants, get away from me.
I'm 0.04.
I'm 0.04. ¿Quién eres tú? 75%. You know, 75% is when you use condoms.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be like, let's say you got. Fun fact, Nathaly over here. So if you got pregnant using a condom, mijo, you're still 75%. ¿Tú sabes qué? Can I reiterate? 0.04. You have a better chance of a plane landing on your house than getting pregnant with a vasectomy.
I didn't go get a lottery ticket that day, but I should have. I know you just said it. I know. I should have. Stay tuned.
Oh, yeah, por favor, stay tuned. La pobreza.
But I was like, yeah, no. When you said that, it was just so funny to me that I'm like, no, watching she's going to be like calm and you're going to just like have to snap her out of it.
No, ella no va a ser calmada.
No.
Lo sé. Y mija, ella va a ser tu horóscopo. ¿Ok? Va a tener tu personalidad.
I know.
Aquí viene lo bueno.
She's a Capricorn. Yeah, she's a Capricorn due in January. So like,
which is great.
Which is great. Baby. Like we're super excited because like we're telling the kids and they know too. It's the last of everything as just us four.
Claro.
So we're getting them like super excited. Like it's the last time we're going to school, just us four.
Correct.
It's the last time we're like,
oh, that's fun. It's
know?
fun to look like to, yes, it's fun to have those memories.
So we're
like a family of four. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Aubrey will be a senior in high school when she's in kindergarten.
Another thing I told her, I am 10 years older than the twins, my brother and my sister. And I even told her, my sister and I, we go all the time. She's at my house all the time. We're also one of my best friends. Yeah. I love and adore her. Yes, I am. I take a more motherly role with her. Hence why the red flags episode, I was like, I'm not going to tell her this time because I always shoot her down every time she shows me a guy.
Yeah.
So Aubrey's going to be that for her. And so I told her, and then Brittany was like, because at first she's like, oh, they're so far apart. Like, the bond. I was like, no, it's actually a blessing. Like I love having my sister being 23.
Yeah.
And me being 33. And my brother too. I'm so close to both of them.
Yeah.
So I think it's amazing. It's more motherly.
Yeah.
She is going to be, and especially because Aubrey's personality.
Well, and I just thought about it too, like that picture that you were talking about, like of the baptism. So I just asked your younger sister, who's also one of my good friends, to be the godmother of this baby.
Yes.
And
but she also knows my sister since she was two.
Since she was two.
Like, she's 23. Like, it's crazy.
Like your sister was my first baby.
Yes.
She was
and
2 years crazy.
Old. My sister was like crying her eyes out in the video. So wait, so now.
Yeah.
Wait, the two sets of sisters.
The two sets of sisters and all the kids will be in the final picture.
So we can never get mad at each other because God will punish.
No, and
you
we're the
cannot
four
swear in front of a
cats.
church y después de repente, not that it
know.
would ever happen,
I
pero,
know.
pero después de repente, like, no somos amigas. O sea,
No.
Dios nos castiga.
We're the four cats. We're the four cats. I know.
Why did I just notice that?
We're the four cats.
That your sister is my Emma's.
Yes.
And then now my sister.
Yes. Everyone with me. Yes.
I'm the one with pregnancy. Oh, by the way, okay, no.
Yes.
You know what's so funny? One of the episodes, you were like, I have memory fog.
Memory fog.
Memory fog. And I was like, I had to hold my tongue like pregnancy brain.
Yeah.
I was like,
Pregnancy brain. It almost came out. But no, I asked her because I also thought about it. Like, she's the first baby. I want her to be the godmother of my last baby. But then I thought, how cool is it that you were Aubrey's godmother at 23?
that's wild.
And then she'll be 23 with this baby. And then like Aubrey and this baby are 10 years apart, just like you and her are 10 years
That's so
apart.
creepy.
It was very creepy. And like at 12 years old when we met, I didn't think
Nadie piensa esas cosas.
this little toddler, this little 2-year-old
Would grow up.
up
And be drinking with us, going on trips with us.
and like be the godmother of my third unplanned baby. Like it's so wild. Like I get goosebumps. Like I get like seriously
like insane.
goosebumps. I know. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
Okay, so we're going to announce her name.
her name. Okay.
Are we? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. yeah.
Because I need to give you a gift.
Okay.
¿Sabes qué?
So
Espérate, okay. I've been holding this gift for so long.
I know.
And we have not been able to give it because we wanted to do it on the podcast. I wanted to be something that's like on video and super memorable and that and we're all glammed.
Yeah.
Might as well.
No,
So-
no, I think it's perfect. Poor Nathaly. Nathaly is not good with surprises.
I hate him.
She hates surprise. She doesn't even like to be surprised.
No, but I love to give somebody a surprise, but I hate that I have to hold it. Like when why do I have to hold it to specific? Like I hate waiting for Christmas. When people open the gifts, I'm like, can you open them? Can you open your gift? I'm like this the whole time. Pero ya, abre el tuyo. Open yours. Open yours. I love gift giving.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I love meaningful gift giving.
Yeah. So you've held this for a long time because I got sick for one of them. Then my daughter got
You want me to
sick.
give it to you and then you say why her name is her name?
I don't know because I'm like, what if I cry? What if I cry?
We can, and we're being so open here. We're having like an on camera conversation
moment.
I was like,
gonna
well,
say
you
her
can,
name.
you can close it off.
Okay.
With you crying.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
You look
okay,
beautiful when you cry. I look like shit.
Okay, fine. Get the gift. Get the gift.
Wait, where's Hey, espérate. Espérate.
Okay.
Okay, este es el regalo
Okay.
para el nursery para el nursery de la niña.
Okay. You guys are seeing it first. Stop it. How?
I know.
That gives me goosebumps. Oh my gosh.
Glad you like it.
Oh, I love it. Oh my God. Okay. You have to tell them you got this before we even picked the name.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I can't talk. So
Oh.
before she even thank you, gracias. We're being so open here. Hasta va a salir Cristian aquí en el podcast. No importa. No nos importa.
Oh my
So
gosh.
before she even picked the name, I ordered before we knew the sex.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because we're at Melissa's thing and I was like, I ordered this thing. I already know it. So
It's beautiful.
we're I love the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
I just love her. And so,
Oh my God, I know.
this is so bad.
Oh.
Look at me. And I was like, come on, you cry at the end, you cry at the end. And I'm crying, okay. So before I even knew I was a girl, I was like, I'm going to give her this gift because for the nursery, I want the Virgin, Mary to be in the nursery with the baby.
Oh.
And so her name, you want to say, I don't want to announce it.
Oh. So we chose Aviana Marie.
Yeah.
Which also reminds me of like that other song, like Ave Maria. Which
Yes,
is the hail.
correcto. And then she was like within between Mary or Marie, but Marie is like the French deviation of Mary, which is the English one, and Maria obviously is Spanish. So I was like,
how did you know?
I don't know, maybe I am a bruja.
You can't say that when you're giving me something of the Virgin Mary.
No, but in Spanish, it doesn't really mean like that.
I know. But I'm like, oh my God, how perfect is that?
I know,
It's beautiful.
it's
I know
so-
exactly where it's going to go too. Like I can just see it like right next to the crib. It's beautiful. I love it. I love you.
I love you too.
Wow. Oh my gosh. No. So That is so wild.
Are you speechless?
I am. I'm like, that is so wild because, you know, like you found out I was pregnant, order the gift.
I know, because I'm so fast at planning.
You are. She's like, I'm already got to get all this going. And, you know, like it's normal. You're trying to figure out a name. And then when you didn't even, like, I didn't even have a thought that I would ever have another baby. So there was not a backfill name. There was not like,
oh yeah, no,
a name or anything that we thought of.
She was asking ChatGPT. They were sending all kinds of names. I was like, do not pick from those lists.
Yeah, ChatGPT, don't ask it for name giving because it failed in that area for sure. It failed. And we didn't even look at boy names because we're like, it's not a boy. No, there's no reason. But girl names was hard because I'm like, there's nothing that, like, sometimes names remind you of other people or maybe someone else that you actually know has also named their child that, so you don't want to like copy or something. And so it was really hard. And like, I feel like I took the lead with our first two, with Aubrey and Gavin.
Yeah.
And like Gavin, Kevin, and I knew that name from the beginning, but Aubrey was like me for sure pushing for it. And of course, like we love it. But then Kevin, because I had another name that I wanted, sort of. I was like, I'm leaning on this one. But Kevin was like, I really like the name Aviana. And I was like, that's so pretty because it's like Aubrey and Gavin sort of,
yeah, with the V and the A.
Right. And then, but I was like stuck on a middle name and we all have M middle names. So like I'm Michelle, Kevin and Gavin are Michael, Aubrey's Mila. And so I was like, I don't know if I want Marie or Mary or like, but for some reason I was like stuck on that like Mary. Yep. So that is so wild.
That is crazy. I love you.
I love you so much. Oh, I'm going to cry every time I look at it.
I know.
I'm trying not to look. I'm like, I'm going to cry every time.
I know. When I saw it, I was like, because once I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's
and
beautiful.
We've been talking a lot about
beautiful,
crazy. We've been talking a lot about the, you know, and we don't share that in our podcast, generally, but we talk a lot about God and, you know, I'm Catholic and the saints and all these things, and yo siempre digo con Dios y la Virgen, just I always like that. So I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I was like, that's one of the gifts. I was gonna give it a baby shower or something special, but
no, that's perfect.
I would have died. Holding it that long. I was dying.
No, and I don't know. I know that maybe this episode was a little bit different because we like are just talking. Not that we don't talk freely, but we're just talking so freely. But like,
yeah, this was definitely way more open. We had it off camera.
Most open for sure. And I'm just like, I'm so happy and like proud of us that like we're in this stage of life where like everything is a blessing, you know?
I know.
I love you. We love our husbands still. We promise we love them. But it's so nice when you have a great friendship. And,
I think this is going to be one of my favorite episodes.
I know. We'll save this one for the nursing home for sure.
I think this is going to be one of my favorite episodes. So I'm glad we get to share it with everybody.
I know.
And with our future selves.
I know.
So
yeah.
You lead it off. I can't.
No, I'm literally still speechless, even though I'm still talking, but I'm speechless because it's just such a perfect gift. So thank you. But shock factor, blessings, and we hope that you all have your shock factors and blessings too. So thank you.
Thank you for joining.